city of New Haven?
I think that we've worked really hard in my administration to assure that there was access. One of the things that I've asked the leaders of the Hispanic and Latino community to do is to assure that we have the names of people who have an interest in serving, and that would be helpful. And especially those who are not Democratic. To be honest with you, we often have enough across the board of Democratic folks, but we've got to have a party balance. So either independents, someone who is just working families, or Republicans, so that we have that balance. And we've got to have what I would consider to be a bench, so that if someone, so for example, we had a Hispanic member of the Board of Education resign, and I was not given anyone from the Hispanic community except someone that had been recommended maybe a couple of years ago, and that was only one person. And so I've really got to have the names. We've got to fill out our forms, and we've got to work together so that I'll know who's interested and who wants to serve.
Okay. Entonces, para poder tener éxito, okay, tenemos que pedirle a las personas, okay, especialmente para poner personas en las juntas de educación y en las diferentes juntas a través y comisiones a través de la ciudad. Yo he pedido que me den nombres de personas que están interesados en servir, especialmente tienen que ser personas que no sean demócratas, más que sean independientes, que sean del partido Working Family o republicano. Ella necesita tener una lista de personas para que así, y que llenen también las solicitudes para que así entonces puedan ser nombradas para las diferentes comisiones y juntas.
And for Mr. Rodriguez's position on the board, I recommended to the Board of Alders that Reverend Jose Champagne take that seat, and had sent the letter over to the Board of Alders when I got a call from him saying that he was not interested in that position. And so I had to quickly find someone else, and at that particular point in time selected Larry Conaway. And I know that it was disappointing to the community, but my first choice was a Latino.
Okay. Entonces Champagne fue el que se me dio, pero él dijo que él en estos momentos no estaba interesado. Yo tuve que buscar a alguien, y por eso fue que yo recomendé a el señor Conaway.
And, I would have really loved it if Mr. Rodriguez had stayed on the board. I wasn't altogether sure why he decided to resign, but he certainly contributed a lot, and we certainly miss him. And I would have even preferred it more that if he was going to resign, that he would have given to me or to the... I didn't get that.
Okay. Entonces yo estaba bien desencantada cuando el señor Rodríguez decidió no quedarse en la junta, porque él en realidad era un muy buen miembro de la junta y representaba bien a los constituyentes, y también hubiera obviamente preferido que cuando él se fue no hubiera recomendado a alguien que llenara esos zapatos.
And I think that I would stack my record of Hispanic leadership to any previous mayor. I believe that I have, my chief of staff is Hispanic, my elderly services director is Hispanic, the chief of police is Hispanic, the top assistant chief for fire is Hispanic. And when you look at both police and fire, we have the most, what I would consider, we have the largest number of minorities, both Hispanic and black, in the state. So they are the most diverse forces in the state, and we've worked really hard to make sure that happened. When they did the last charter revision commission, New Haven residents were given 10 extra points, but they weren't getting them until my administration. We got to the bottom of why our residents weren't getting those points. Since they've gotten them, every single class has been diverse in terms of Hispanics and African Americans.
Entonces, el récord mío en términos de diversidad y especialmente para los hispanos, el jefe de personal es hispano, la directora del departamento de envejecientes es hispano, el jefe de policía es hispano, de policía y fuego. También la carta de la ciudad, the Charter Revision, se le daba 10 puntos extra para lo que era residente de la ciudad de New Haven. Y antes de mi administración no se le estaban dando esos 10 puntos a las personas. Desde que ella cogió y dijo que se le tenía que dar, se creó la situación para darle los 10 puntos extra. Entonces ahora tenemos un lugar aún más diverso todavía.
So when I first became mayor, I noticed that those extra points weren't being given. And I asked our HR department, well, what is going on? I know that folks have applied, but they're at the bottom of the list, even though, and did not get the extra points. And so what I was told was that unless they asked for the form that indicated that they lived in New Haven at the first time that they applied, that they were not given the points. We changed all of that, and I think it's made a huge difference.
Entonces ella quería saber por qué era que no se le estaban diciendo, y lo que ellos te estaban diciendo, que si la primera vez que ellos solicitan, si no piden el formulario, pues entonces no se le estaban dando los 10 puntos, pero eso lo hemos cambiado completamente.
And I was just trying to hire a Hispanic for the director of the health department when my opponent went to the Board of Health's meeting and asked that appointment be set aside until he becomes mayor.
Entonces yo iba a coger una directora del departamento de salud que fuera hispana, pero mi oponente fue a la junta del departamento de salud y le pidió que no le permitieran a la alcaldesa hacer ese nombramiento hasta que él fuera electo el alcalde.
And I was very disappointed because the Board of Health makes the decision about who the department head will be, not the mayor. But I was so it made no sense for my opponent to even say that. And I was really surprised that they gave way to his request.
Y yo me quedé bastante sorprendida porque quien decide quién va a ser el director depende en la Junta de Salud, no en el alcalde. So yo me quedé bastante estupefacta cuando ellos decidieron darle la pedida que él había hecho.
So that's pretty much it. I think that my record stands. It's better than any mayor so far, and my commitment is to making sure that my administration looks like this community. Okay. And we are doing all that we can. I know in the Board of Education there are not a lot of Hispanic teachers, but there are not a lot of Black teachers either. And so we have got a lot of work to do to recruit minorities that reflect the students that they're teaching.
Así que ese mi récord, y yo creo que debe de reflejar a la comunidad en la cual servimos. Ahora mismo también en la Junta de Educación, si ustedes miran en términos de las maestras, no hay bastante maestras afroamericanas y menos hispanas, y necesitamos trabajar para reclutar maestras de varias diversidad.
And to show you my commitment, we put together a group of people when I was president of the Board of Education and sent them to Puerto Rico to recruit teachers and administrators.
Okay. Y para comprobar mi cometido a la diversidad, nosotros mandamos un grupo, cuando yo era la presidenta de la Junta de Educación, okay, para que fueran a Puerto Rico para reclutar administradores y maestras.
And we were able to encourage a number of people to come, not as many as we'd hoped, but we did make that effort.
Okay. Hicimos el esfuerzo, tratamos de traer bastantes personas, hicimos algo bastante, pero no en realidad la cantidad que hubiera preferido. Well, Mayor, so Tuesday, November 5th is a very important day.
It is.
Okay. If you win, we know that you will continue as mayor. Okay. Now, just for the sake of argument, what do you plan on doing should you not win on Tuesday?
Well, I plan to win, and so I'm going to be working very hard to win because I know that I've done a good job as mayor. One of the things that I know, and I think it's really important that people understand why I do this. I don't do it for me. I don't do it for my ego. I believe it's the service that God asked me to make and give towards this city. If I were to lose, then I guess I would think of it as the Lord saying, well, job well done. Let's figure out what you do next to serve.
Okay. Yo planeo ganar en las elecciones de noviembre porque yo he trabajado bien fuerte y yo he sido una buena alcaldesa. Yo no hago este trabajo para mí, yo sirvo al Señor. Entonces, si no ganaría, yo entonces diré trabajo buen hecho y entonces miré que entonces será mi próxima labor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Gracias
you.
tanto, Mayor.
Thank
I wish
you.
you the best of luck on Tuesday. And is there anything?
No, other than it has been an honor and a privilege to serve as the mayor of the city. It is a great city with great people here, and I look forward to serving another term and of others.
Thank you so much. Bueno, ella dice que ha sido un honor el poder servir. Si eso no sucediera, entonces ella pensará de otras maneras en la cual ella puede servir y seguir ayudando. Recordar que están escuchando a WNHH 103.5 FM y no se olviden de salir a votar en noviembre 5, ¿ok? No importa por quién usted tira, y eso quiere decir que necesitamos ser contados, porque eso va a decidir cuánto dinero nosotros vamos a recibir y también que la compañía de agua de su agua, y si van a rwater.com de noviembre 5 hasta la vista de aquí de año en buen del show que pasa en WNHH 103.5 FM. Y también si ustedes van a su computadora y ponen la voz hispanact.com, no solamente nos puede escuchar, pero también nos pueden ver. Hoy tengo con nosotros a nuestra alcaldesa Toni Harp. Toni, gracias por estar con nosotros hoy.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. Bueno, como muchos de ustedes saben, hubo unas primarias y la alcaldesa no fue reelecta por el Partido Demócrata. Pero aunque ella no fue electa por el Partido Demócrata, ella sí está en el Working Family Party. Ella fue endorsada por Working Family y ella está corriendo nuevamente en las elecciones de noviembre 5. As everyone knows, Mayor Tony Harp had a primary, and she did not win the Democratic primary, but she did. She was also endorsed by the Working Family Party, and she is running once again in the November 5th election. So everyone will have an opportunity to vote for Mayor Tony Harp if you do so desire. Mayor, would you tell me, how do you feel after having lost the primaries in the Democratic Party?
Well, I was very disappointed. It was one of the lowest turnouts I think that we'd had in many years, and so I absolutely was disappointed. And for a while, I thought that would be appropriate for me to suspend my campaign. Everywhere I looked, it appeared as if the Democrats were not supporting me.
Okay. Yo estaba súper desencantada, y especialmente que no mucha gente salieron a votar. Fue bastante bajo el porcentaje de personas que salieron a votar. Okay, so you were very disappointed with the low turnout.
I was disappointed with the low turnout, and it was difficult for me even during that election to raise money. It was blocked by leadership of the Democratic Party.
Okay, y fue muy difícil para mí hasta para recaudar dinero porque a mí se me bloqueó el liderazgo del Partido Demócrata.
So it was blocked by that leadership in spite of the fact that I had won the convention.
So ellos me bloquearon aunque yo gané la convención.
Right, and so when I lost, I knew I was not going to get support from at least the Democratic infrastructure, the leadership, because they didn't support me in the first place.
Entonces, cuando yo perdí, yo sabía que yo no iba a recibir apoyo, y especialmente del liderazgo de los demócratas aquí en New Haven, porque ellos no me apoyaron.
So I had won the endorsement of the Working Families Party, and they work with Democrats and Republicans that have the same values they have.
So yo fui endorsada por el Partido de Trabajadores, y ellos básicamente tienen la misma creencia del Partido Demócrata.
So the Working Families believes in increasing the minimum wage and making sure that adequate benefits are available for all workers.
So el Partido de Trabajadores, ellos trabajan para que haya un mínimo de pago, y también asegurarse que reciban los servicios. So minimum wage, and what was the other?
Benefits.
Y beneficios. Sí, los servicios, los beneficios que ellos están entrando.
For workers. Both I and my opponent were interviewed, and I won their endorsement.
Ambos, la persona que se estaba proponiendo en contra de mí y yo fuimos entrevistados, y yo gané el endorso de ellos.
That meant I would have a place on the ballot for the November election.
Eso quiso decir que para las elecciones en noviembre ella iba a tener un espacio en la balota.
And so the Working Families works mostly in cities, and so they are on the sea line both in Bridgeport and Hartford and in New Haven.
So, el Partido de Trabajadores trabaja mayormente en las ciudades, especialmente las ciudades de Bridgeport, de Hartford, y ahora aquí en New Haven.
And so people will find me on the ballot at 1C. I had suspended my campaign because I was really so disappointed in the support that I had gotten from Democratic leadership.
La mayoría de la gente, me pueden encontrar en las elecciones en noviembre en 1C. Yo había suspendido mi campaña porque yo estaba muy desencantada en la manera en la cual el liderazgo demócrata se respondió a mi campaña.
But a number of people came to me, and they developed the People's Campaign.
So, una grande porcentaje de personas vinieron donde mí, y ellos desarrollaron la campaña del pueblo.
hundreds of people, and convinced me that I should throw my hat back in the ring.
Y cientos de personas me convencieron de que yo debo continuar corriendo.
And I was worried about raising money, and they said, we will get volunteers, so you won't have to pay as many people. And so I said, well, okay, everyone should have an opportunity to vote, not just Democrats.
Entonces, yo estaba preocupada por el dinero, pero ellos me dijeron, no te preocupes por el dinero porque muchos vamos a ser voluntarios, porque todo el mundo debe de tener una oportunidad de votar, no solamente por los demócratas.
So I threw my hat back in the ring.
So nuevamente decidí que iba a correr.
And we've been going to every door in every neighborhood to make our case.
Y hemos estado yendo a muchas puertas en todos los vecindarios para hacer nuestra causa.
Yes.
So, Mayor, do you think you can win on November 5th?
I think I can. I've gotten so many people who have said to me across the city that they're so glad that I re-entered the race.
Yo le pregunté que si ella piensa que puede ganar en noviembre 5 y ella dice que sí, que ella puede ganar porque ahora tiene mucha gente que están nuevamente excitados de la campaña y que están contentos de que ella está corriendo nuevamente. Okay. So, Mayor, what do you consider your greatest accomplishment that you are most proud of as mayor? ¿Cuál es que tú consideras que es tu logro en la cual tú te sientes más orgullosa?
Well, I'm very proud of the fact that we've been able to reduce violent crime in our city, and I'm also proud that our graduation rates have increased and our expulsion rates have gone down in New Haven public schools.
Bueno, yo me siento bien orgullosa de que la violencia ha bajado grandemente, ¿ok? Y también que más personas se están graduando de las escuelas superiores y también que expulsaban a los niños de las escuelas, eso también ha bajado drásticamente.
When I first ran for mayor, I said that we would improve safety, reduce violent crime. We've done that. We said that we would improve education. Our graduation rate has gone up. More of our kids are going to college.
Cuando yo originalmente corrí para alcalde, yo mencioné que la seguridad era muy importante y reducir la
half.
Okay. También dije que íbamos a buscar más trabajos para las personas en New Haven y el nivel de desempleo ha sido reducido por 50%, por más de 50%. Thank you. Anything?
Well, we have also worked really hard in some of our most distressed neighborhoods, like New Hallville, to build community coherence. It was once a neighborhood where there was a lot of home ownership. That has declined over the years as folks have come in, bought the houses, and made them Section 8. And so there was a lot of crime there. We've been able to reduce crime in that neighborhood, build new parks too, the Learning Corridor and Cherry Ann Park, and build a much cleaner, safer neighborhood, with the neighbors actually doing most of the work.
Okay. Entonces también hemos trabajado en el New Hallville neighborhood para que haya más, porque ese vecindario en realidad había bajado bastante, pero hemos trabajado bastante para que mejorar las viviendas ahí, también con el parque Terrian, y ahora está más limpio y más seguro.
We decided to have the state convey to us the bus barn on State Street, and so we were looking to determine how to develop that. And I push for digital surgeons to come in and develop district. And there was another proposal that was considered as well. And I really fought to make sure that district get funded. And now it is really, in terms of information technology, one of the best places to grow and incubate businesses in the entire state.
Okay. Ella también en la calle Street, ella empujó para que el distrito, okay, que eso es allí en la salida 5, empezando kind of Fairhaven, en la cual ahí hay una información de tecnología, y ahí ahora mismito es el mejor lugar para incubar negocios. Muchos negocios que están empezando, ese es el lugar donde pueden empezar esos negocios.
And we've been working with David Salinas and New Haven Public Schools to get some of our young people to apply to the Holberton School there, so that they can, once they're admitted, they learn to code and to develop programs and become a part of the IT technology business sector. And they don't have to pay to go there as long as they have an aptitude and are accepted. And once they finish that program, they can get jobs starting over $100,000 per year. And so we really want to make sure that New Haven young people, and actually older people, because you don't have to be young to get into that program, can have access to that. But it's one of the real benefits of district.
Uno de los beneficios de distrito, ese lugar ahí, ella ha estado hablando con David Salinas, y es la escuela de Holberton, en la cual ellos le enseñan a hacer code, a desarrollar, y no tienen que pagar, y cuando tú te gradúas de ahí, haces más de $100,000 al año.
I'm also really proud of the work that we've done to, I would say, save the lives of children who are in public schools. We developed a program called YouthStat, and since it's been in all of our high schools, we haven't lost one child to gun violence in our town.
Entonces ella también se siente bien orgullosa, porque han podido salvar a muchos niños con el programa de YouthStat, y desde que empezó ese programa no han perdido ni una persona a la violencia.
So I'm really, I've also worked to make sure that young people who are not going to college have other work opportunities. So we've partnered with the Laborers Union at Hill House High School, and we have a pre-apprenticeship program there, so that the young people who finish can go directly to apprenticeship with the Laborers Union. But if they don't want to go into the labor work, the Laborers Union will help them get into apprenticeship programs in other areas.